Hello, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube. Heavy for Heavy Hammer Bushcraft once again. Not quite the video I had planned for you guys today. Had some technical difficulties this week. Hammer being sick and, well, me being busy as a one-legged man in a butt-kicking contest. Kind of couldn't really get together to do a video, so I just wanted to give a little heavy talks, I guess. Heavy talks? Maybe it's a thing. I don't know. But I wanted to talk about cooking while you're camping and while you're out in the bush. It's kind of a, you see all these videos all over YouTube, like guys go out and they've got steaks and they've got fresh vegetables and they've got this and they've got that, and they've got these really nice chef's knives they're cooking with out in the bush. That's a little unrealistic to me. I'm not carrying a Dutch oven out in the woods. I mean, cast iron Dutch ovens are heavy. Most cast iron pans are far too heavy for me to want to pack out into the bush. I'm not all about that life, I guess. I like to carry light things and pack easy. That being said, though, you can still make some really good meals, and you can carry some stuff like that, some steaks and stuff like that out with you. The last time me and Hammer went out, actually, I brought some steaks from home that were in the freezer, stuffed them in my bedroll so they stayed nice and cool all day. Brought them out so they could thaw, threw them in a pan, cooked them up. Pretty simple and easy. Hammer brought some potatoes. We had steak and potatoes for dinner in the woods. I mean, that's... Really? Can you ask for much better than that? But you don't have to get all crazy like that when you're cooking. There's a few different fire options you can make to cook over. I do want to go over those at some point, so we will probably do a second video as an addendum to this, so we can demonstrate some of that, because cooking over a regular fire is one of the things I think a lot of people fail at. Nesmuk himself even talked about people, back in his day, just butchering, like burning their food and steering their pans, and it doesn't have to be that difficult. There are easy ways to do things. Carrying crazy amounts of food out with you, as you can see, I'm a little stuffy myself. I don't have don't worry, it's not the Rona. You're safe, we're good. You don't have to carry all that stuff, but you can carry some nice food with you. You can carry some steaks, you can carry some eggs, you can carry some stuff like that. You can carry pre-made stuff. If you're only going out for an overnighter, you don't really have to get crazy. Carry something light and something quick to eat. MREs are a lot of people's go-to. I've eaten enough of them things. I don't want to eat no more if I don't have to. Yeah, you can live on them. But is it really living? Really? I mean, unless it's chili mag. I'll fight you for some chili mag. But the little stuff that I showed in the last video and the video with the kit, really good for just a quick night out, just to grab something to eat real quick. You have good options. There's all sorts of prepackaged food you can buy to take out with you, cook up, just heat it in a small pan, hell, heat it in your cup, and just take care of it and eat a nice meal that doesn't have to be a 5-course chef's meal, and it doesn't also have to be MREs and granola bars the whole time. You can have good food. Probably the hardest part, though, is the fire. You never want to cook. I really wish I could demonstrate this right now, but like I said, it's been a crazy day. I've got some new things in the works that I'm working on. So you don't ever want to cook directly over high flames. When you first light your fire and you've got good flames going and roaring, that's when you want to boil your water. I mean, Morris Kahansky will tell you can boil water in about a minute doing it that way, right over tall flames. When you're cooking on, just your frying pan, your little saute pan, whatever it is you brought with you, your small pan, like the one I've got for my mess kit, coals. You want coals. Rake some coals out away from the fire, put your pan over the coals, cook on that. It's much easier to control the temperature, much easier to control how well done the food gets. You don't want to burn something. And if you've got it over really hot flames, or got a roaring fire and it's stuck right in the flames, that's hot. It's going to burn that quick, and you're going to have a terribly bad meal. Not something you want to do. Get you some coals. We have one of my favorite fire pits. It's a fire pit, I guess, setup that you can make as a keyhole fire. It's got the large part in the back for the higher flames, so you can boil your water and just use that for warmth. And it's got a little trough dug out in the front. You can rake coals out of that and use that to cook over. Awesome little fire pit. Works fantastic. Temperature control when you're cooking in the woods is a very big thing, and it's very hard to accomplish easily if you don't know what you're doing. If you know what you're doing, you've practiced it a little bit, you rake your coals out, and you just spread your coals around. You need more coals for more heat, less coals for less heat. If you got a lid for your pan, you can put the coals on the lid. That way you get surrounded heating action. Doesn't have to be stupid complicated, but it is a little difficult if you're not used to it. Like I said, I really wanted to be able to demonstrate that to you guys this week, but life happens, and I still really wanted to get a video for you guys on Sunday because it's kind of been my habit. We've kind of gotten into this rotation. I'm kind of trying to stick to it, but seriously, if you're going to go out in the woods and you're going to cook, keep it simple, and especially when you're first getting started. Get the prepackaged meats, get canned soups, canned stews, stuff like that. Stuff even that's already ready to eat. You just heat it up really quick and eat it. The really good option. Most of it is very lightweight, very easily packable. I don't really go in for the freeze-dried stuff. Supposedly there's some good stuff out there. I've not had any of it, if there is. Although the freeze-dried ice cream bars are ice cream sandwiches now. I do enjoy those. It's terrible, but I do. But like I said, those little prepackaged meats that you can get at a freaking Walmart or the dollar store or whatever, those are great for your first few times out. It gives you something to eat that's light, packable, doesn't require a whole huge kit to cook, and they're cheap. They're cheap. I love cheap. Like I've said it in a couple of our videos, I am cheaper than a free movie ticket, and I am. Believe me, I don't spend any more than I absolutely have to on stuff. I get the best that I can for what I spend on it, but I'm not spending a whole pot of money just to go out there and eat 1 or 2 meals in the bush for an overnight. What are you gonna eat? You're gonna eat some snacks during the day. You're gonna have your dinner at night. Get up in the morning. You might want some breakfast. It's really all you need for an overnighter, and breakfast is really even optional. So keep it simple. Get the prepackaged stuff if you can. Like I said, it's available everywhere. You can make some really good stuff to cook in the bush that's just prepackaged and ready to go. Start at home. Dehydrate some stuff. Get you a little dehydrator. I mean, they're relatively inexpensive for a simple one that will work. Dehydrate some stuff up. Bring some jerky. Jerky's always a good snack. You can always put that in water, reconstitute it, boil it for like 10 minutes or something with rice or beans or whatever you want. Makes a nice little meal. Plus, it's still light and packable, and it's not going to go bad due to temperature issues. So, most things you bring in the woods will not go bad for temperature issues unless it's stupid hot out, as long as you keep it well insulated. Wrap it up in your bedroll, keep it in the middle of your bag, surrounded by everything. There are lots of ways around food spoilage due to temperature while you're out in the woods. So I think that's about all I got. It's probably not the best video in the world, probably a little ranting, but like I said, it's been crazy busy. I've got some new things in the works. I got a new toy in the mail yesterday. So I've been playing with that. We'll be playing more with it soon, but I guess I'll probably do another separate video about that when we get to the other skills that can be helpful in bushcraft. Said it, but yeah, for right now, that's all I've got. I'm gonna do some DIY videos, I think, but I don't think that I'm going to post them here. I may post them somewhere else. I may do like a Patreon or something like that for those. Just to see how things go, see if things go well, if people are interested in them anyways. So we'll see how that goes, but it's down the line. We got to get Hammer over his sickness. We got to get me through the sickness that seems to be attacking me, but it's not the Rona. I do know that it's not the Rona. It's probably literally just that time of year. I get sinusitis every year, all winter. Probably what it is. So must have been spraying the fields around here too lately. It always gets me a little bit. But that's what I got. Cooking in the bush. Keep it simple. Just bring light, easy to cook, easy to prep stuff. Don't go crazy, and don't get sold on the bushcraft videos where these guys are out there making like homemade pizzas and homemade breads. Yes, you can do it. Not realistic for just an overnight when you're first getting started. So keep it simple. And that's it. That's all I got for Hammer and myself. We'll see you in the woods.